Fallout has just dropped the biggest nuke we've seen all year. Recently, we got some new comments from Todd Howard that paint a very clear picture of the future of the Fallout franchise. We're talking about confirmed internal project shifts, multiple Fallout-related developments, and the return of one of the most important names in Fallout history. Tim Cain, one of the original creators of Fallout, who is now confirmed to be working full-time at Obsidian Entertainment, the studio that gave us Fallout New Vegas. This is easily some of the biggest official Fallout news we've had in a very long time. So let's break everything down, because a lot of people are misunderstanding what Todd Howard actually said, and why it matters way more than it seems on the surface. The biggest piece of news comes from a recent Todd Howard interview with Game Informer, where he finally addressed the massive elephant in the room, Bethesda's development pipeline. At this point, we already know that Fallout 5 is still a very long way off. Realistically, we're talking close to a decade away. Bethesda is fully focused on the Elder Scrolls 6 right now, and according to Todd Howard himself, the majority of Bethesda's internal development team is currently working on Elder Scrolls 6. Now, that part isn't surprising. Elder Scrolls 6 has always been the next major mainline title after Starfield. But what is surprising is what Todd said right after that. He followed it up by saying, and this is important, that Bethesda is doing other things with Fallout that haven't been announced yet, and there will be a time to talk about them. That single sentence changes everything. Before this interview, the general assumption was that Fallout was basically on ice. Outside of Fallout, 76 updates, small live service content, and maybe some distant remasters, most fans believed the franchise wouldn't see anything major until after Elder Scrolls 6 was finished. But Todd's wording makes it very clear Fallout is actively being worked on right now. And this is where you really need to understand Todd Howard as a developer and a public speaker. He is extremely careful with his words. He doesn't tease things casually, and he definitely doesn't say something like this by accident. When Todd says they're doing other things, with the Fallout IP, that means there are teams currently working on Fallout projects, not Fallout 5, but something substantial. This is not a mobile game. This is not just Fallout 76 updates, and this is not some small side experiment. If Bethesda is committing development resources, that means people are actively working on Fallout code, assets, and content for a future release. So the big question is, what exactly are they working on? And that brings us back to something many people wrote off years ago, the leaked Microsoft roadmap. If you remember, during the FTC and Microsoft legal leaks, an internal roadmap surfaced that listed several unannounced projects. Two of the biggest ones were an Oblivion remake, a Fallout 3 remaster. At the time, a lot of people didn't believe it. Many thought it was outdated, canceled, or just internal planning that would never actually happen. But fast forward to now, the Oblivion remake has either already been revealed or is clearly real, depending on the latest reports, and once Oblivion was confirmed, that roadmap instantly became far more credible, which means Fallout 3 Remastered is almost certainly still coming. According to the original plan, Bethesda intended to release the Oblivion remake first, followed by the Fallout 3 Remaster sometime after. That lines up perfectly with Todd Howard's recent comments about other Fallout projects currently in development, and here's where things get even more interesting. Bethesda doesn't actually need to pull massive internal resources away from Elder Scrolls 6 to make this happen. A Fallout 3 Remaster or remake can be handled by a smaller internal team, or even an external support studio, similar to how other Bethesda projects have been managed in the past. This allows Fallout to stay relevant, keep fans engaged, and capitalize on the massive resurgence of interest in the Fallout universe, especially after the success of the Fallout TV series. From a business and creative standpoint, it makes perfect sense. Now let's talk about Obsidian and Tim Cain, because this is a huge deal that many people are overlooking. Tim Cain, one of the original creators of Fallout, is now confirmed to be working full-time at Obsidian Entertainment, the same studio responsible for Fallout New Vegas, which many fans still consider the best Fallout game ever made. That alone doesn't automatically mean a New Vegas sequel is coming, but it does mean that Microsoft now has both Bethesda and Obsidian fully capable of working on Fallout projects at the same time. That opens the door to possibilities we haven't had in over a decade. Bethesda can focus on Elder Scrolls 6 and long-term Fallout plans, while Obsidian could potentially handle a standalone Fallout title, spin-off, or even a New Vegas-style project in the future. Nothing is confirmed yet, but the pieces are very clearly being put into place. So when you combine everything, Todd Howard confirming unannounced Fallout projects, active development happening right now, the Fallout 3 remaster strongly supported by leaked roadmaps, Oblivion remake validating those leaks. In fact, Fallout is entering one of its most important transitional periods ever. We may not be getting Fallout 5 anytime soon, but we are absolutely getting Fallout content, and likely much sooner than people expect. So let me know what you think. Do you want a Fallout 3 remaster? Do you want Obsidian to make another Fallout game? And what do you think Bethesda's other Fallout projects actually are? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.